Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to answer your questions that you asked me all about my Fusion hair extensions. Personally, I've been interested in Fusion extensions for quite some time now, but I had a ton of questions. I didn't really understand the process or know much about it. I was never really fully committed to it, but one day I just decided to go ahead and try it, and I'm thrilled with my decision. I absolutely love my hair now. I have a ton of length and a ton of volume, and it looks 100% natural and real. I got my extensions done by Jessica Salon. I will include more information about the salon if you are interested in getting Fusion extensions or another service. For any questions that I don't answer in this video or for a mini consult, you can use Jessica's contact info directly. So what are Fusion hair extensions? Fusions are a tiny piece of hair that are tipped with a keratin bond that you melt onto a tiny section of your hair. Extensions can be used for length, volume, or both, depending on the amount of bundles applied. This process typically takes on average 2 to 3 hours to install. Once installed, they last around 5 months with little to no maintenance. So she separates my hair into a bunch of sections, kind of like a half up, half down sort of section, and then takes little sections with her fingers, placing the rail hair with the Fusion or keratin bond extension together, and then putting a hot tool over it. It'll melt the keratin bond onto your rail hair. Once it dries, the bond is attached. Around 5 months or longer, the Fusion usually becomes visible due to your rail hair growing out. At this time, you will then have to have them removed and reinstalled if you would like. Jessica uses the Hair Shop hair extensions. They're high quality and extremely affordable. And this hair is human hair from India. So first things first, you're going to decide to get your hair extensions. Then you're going to go to a consultation. This would be for deciding how many bundles you need. During the consultation, you also decide what shade you will be. This brand has a ton of different colors to choose from, including ombre. Price range is going to depend on the type of hair that's used, as well as the location and the amount of bundles used on your hair. I used 4 bundles, and they were each 20 inches long. This gave me a ton of volume and a ton of length to my hair. I know a lot of people are scared of Fusion extensions because they're scared of pulling out their rail hair, but the removal process is super easy by putting a solution on the bond, which was originally heated onto the hair. The bonder softens it. Then they use a special tool to slide the bonding out. Extensions won't damage or remove your rail hair as long as you get them removed correctly and professionally and take care of them. Of course, the cost will depend on how many are left in your hair that need to be removed. And on average, it takes about an hour to remove them. I find that this extension is very comfortable to wear. It doesn't feel like anything's in there. You get used to the bonding or the feel of the extension very fast. It's also easy to style my hair. I can use hot tools, so this technique made it very easy to blend in the extensions. And I wasn't worried about anyone seeing the bonding or the pieces being noticeable because they do blend right in. To keep the extensions and your rail hair looking its best for as long as possible, you should cut down on washing your hair if you are an everyday washer. I only wash my hair about once every 4 days. I use dry shampoo in between. This helps keep the hair looking and feeling healthy, clean, and smelling fresh. It'll cut down on the oil that builds up in your hair as well. Not washing your hair will keep your hair from shedding and from producing overactive oils. The first time my extensions were installed, I would compare myself to a new mom. I was so scared to damage them, and I was so gentle with them, but you can actually be really rough with them. I brush mine multiple times a day with a wet brush. I don't know if you guys already have a wet brush, but I love mine. It's made with unique Inaflex bristles. The wet brush will detangle your hair without pulling or tugging at the extensions. So treat it as you would with your natural hair. Just be careful or conscious where the fusions are. When I do wash my hair in the shower, I do just wash it as I normally would, with shampoo and conditioner. After each wash, I do recommend drying your hair as soon as possible. You don't want to wear your extensions wet because this is going to break the bonds even faster. Think of the bonds or Fusion as glue. Eventually it's going to wear off. Adding water will just increase the breakage. So just dry your hair as normal as fast as you can after showering. This will ensure that you keep the bonds dry. And I do use product in my hair still as I normally would. So color protectant, heat protectant, a detangler, whatever you want to use, hairspray, it doesn't matter, you can still use it. I recommend these extensions to anyone. They look and feel so real. As far as shedding, like I said, they do have a life expectancy. The only time you will see them shed is usually right after you shower. or when you're blow drying your hair. This is when the bonds are at their weakest because they were wet. This can also happen if you are being too rough with them. So I know some of you probably do have questions about the fusion versus clip-in hair extensions, and I'm not going to tell you one is better than the other. People are different, your lifestyle is different, and this is going to depend on that. I do have clip-in extensions, and I do still wear and love them. The clips can be worn right over top the weave-in extensions. Whenever I feel that I need just a little bit more hair, or want to add in more ombre or different color, clip-in extensions are great. But the pro of fusion extensions is it's nice not to worry about putting them in every day. They're already fused in. Also, the bonds are hardly visible. So there are pros and cons to both sides of the hair extension world. It's up to you which one you're going to choose and what's best for you. But if you are interested in getting fusions or would like to use Jessica, my stylist, the next time you want your hair done, you can use the discount code and you get 20% off the installation cost. If you do want to see Jessica for another service, it may not be fusion extensions, but something else, you can use the same code off your first visit at the salon. Just keep in mind, you can't combine the salon discount codes, so you'll have to choose one or the other. I would love it, and the salon would love it, if you reach out to them on Instagram or Facebook and just tell them that I sent you and say hello. Or be sure to contact them for a consult or to book your next appointment. If you guys have any other questions for me, make sure you read the description box or comment below. Be sure to give a thumbs up if you are a fan of my new hair color or style. And be sure to take advantage of Jessica and her service, as well as the discount codes that she was so nice to provide for you guys. This type of extension is definitely something I'm going to continue. I seriously have fallen in love with this process. They look and feel real, and honestly, I forget that it's not even my real hair. So I want to say thank you so much to Jessica for giving me bombshell hair. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.